Hello. So let's cover the last topic in polynomials that we have. So how do we divide polynomials from one from another? So let's see. So the first question here is, if 4 is the zero of the cubic polynomial, x cube minus 3x squared minus 10x plus 24, find its other two zeros. So if you see here, this is a cubic equation. So when we have a cubic equation, it means that it will have three roots, okay, or three zeros. Zeros and roots are the same thing. So now in the question it is given like 4 is one of the zero of this polynomial. So one root we already know and we have to find the other two roots. Now if I know one root of this equation, what do I need to do? I need to find an equation where 4 is not present, right? X minus 4 should not be present. So when I say 4 is a zero, it means x minus 4 is a factor of this polynomial, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this polynomial x cube minus 3x square minus 10x plus 24 by x minus 4. Okay, so I'll start like this. So I have x here, right? And I have to reach x cube. So what I'll do, I'll multiply with x square. So it becomes x cube minus 4x square, right? Now if I subtract these two, it becomes plus x cube becomes minus x cube, minus 4x square becomes plus 4x square. So this gets cancelled and this becomes 4x square minus x square becomes x square minus 10x plus 24. And since I have x here and I have to reach x square, I'll multiply it with x. So x into x becomes x square minus 4x, right? That's it. And so once I subtract it, it becomes, this gets cancelled. Minus 10x plus 4x becomes minus 6x plus 24, right? Now, if I multiply it with minus 6, because I have to reach minus 6x, right? And I have x only here. I have to multiply it with minus 6x. So that becomes minus 6x plus 24. Minus 6 into minus 4 is plus 24. So if I subtract, it becomes minus, plus minus, and this gets cancelled. This also gets cancelled. So I reach 0. So other factor that I have got for this equation, for this cubic equation, is x square plus x minus 6. So one factor was x minus 4. The 4 is the 0. The other two factors we will found from this equation that we have. So we have x square plus x minus 6, right? So I have to factor it now. So how do we factor it? We have to find the factors of 6 or multiples of 1 and 6 here, so that we get plus x, right? So I'll do it like this: x square plus 3x minus 2x minus 6. So I am, because here it is only 1x square, right? And it is 6 at the end. So 1 into 6 becomes 6. Now, right? 1 into 6 becomes 6. Now I have to factor 6 in such a way that I get plus x, plus 1 here, right? So it becomes, right, if I factor it as 3 and 2, I'll use it like this. So plus 3 and minus 2, right? I can use it like this. So then it becomes, if I'll take x common here, this becomes x plus 3, minus 2 is common from here, and it again becomes x plus 3 here. So that becomes x plus 3 is a common factor, and the rest part is x minus 2. So 1 0 is minus 4, sorry, 4. The other zeros are minus 3 and 2. So these are other two zeros of this polynomial. So in total we have 4 minus 3. 4 was given in the equation, in the question only. Then we have find out that minus 3 and plus 2 are the additional factors of this polynomial, additional zeros of this polynomial. Okay. So to understand from the overall picture of this question is, from this cubic polynomial, we had 1 0, so we used that 0. Like 4 was the 0 right here. So we used x minus 4 as a factor of this polynomial, and we divided the whole polynomial with x minus 4. Based upon that, we got this particular uh, quadratic polynomial, and using this polynomial, we factor the polynomial and we found x plus 3 and x minus 2 as the factors of this polynomial, and therefore we got the other two zeros of this cubic polynomial, that is minus 3 and plus 2. Hope you understood. I'll go to next question now. Okay. So for what value of k is the polynomial this completely divisible by 3x square minus 5? So what do you understand after looking at this question? How do we start? Okay. So we have this polynomial, right? And we have this 3x square minus 5 as the completely divisible. So what is the meaning of completely divisible? And it is a factor of this polynomial. So if I divide this particular polynomial with 3x square minus 5, the result should be 0. Okay. So we'll use this only now. So I'll divide the polynomial with 3x square minus 5, and the polynomial is 3x4 minus 9x cube plus x square plus 15x plus k. So this is the polynomial that we have, right? Now, if I divide this, so we have 3x square and I want to reach x4, 3x4, right? So I'll multiply with x square. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it becomes 3x4 here, 3x to power 4 minus 5x square, minus 5x. Sorry, I have to multiply with square. So it becomes minus 5x square, right? And if I subtract it now, it becomes minus, minus becomes plus. This gets cancelled. So I have minus 9x cube plus 6x square plus 15x plus k. And if I multiply it with, because I have 3x square, I have to reach minus 9x cube. So I'll have to multiply with minus 3x. So that becomes minus 9x cube. It becomes 15x here, minus 5 into minus 3x. This is minus 3x, this is minus 5. It becomes 15x. So let's see what happens now. So minus becomes plus, plus becomes minus. This gets cancelled and this also gets cancelled. So I have now 6x square plus k is the only thing remaining. And if I have 3x square and I want to use 6x square, I have to multiply it with 2. So it becomes 6x square minus 10. So minus plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. So I have k as k plus 10 as the remainder. Now, since we were saying in the beginning that 3x square minus 5 is it divides the polynomial completely. That means k plus 10 should be 0. So that is k should be minus 10. That's the only scenario when we will have 3x square minus 5 as a factor, or it divides the polynomial completely. So this is what we had to find, and we had found out as a part of this question. K is equals to minus 10. Hope this is clear. So 3x square minus 5, when something completely divides a particular polynomial, it becomes a factor of it. When it becomes a factor and we divide the polynomial, the result should be 0, right? So that's what we have done here. We have found the result and we have equated it to, so this is the result here, and we have equated it to 0. So k plus 10 equals to 0, therefore k equals to minus 10. Okay. So all of these questions that we are doing here, these are the board questions. These questions have come in the exams, and we are solving them here. So based upon these questions, you are able to understand like what kind of complexity is there in the board exams. Okay, I'll go to next question now. So find all zeros of a polynomial, this which has x to the power 4, and if two zeros are root 2 and minus root 2. Okay, so this question has also come in the board exam. So whatever questions we are doing, those have come in the board exams, and we are doing it here now. Okay, so if you see this polynomial 2x to power 4, so this is x to power 4, right? So it has how many roots? 4 roots, right? Now it can have up to 4 roots, right? So if two zeros are root 2 and minus root 2, so two roots are already given. So what does it mean? That for x equals to root 2, we have factor as x minus root 2, right? For x equals for this minus root 2 root, we have factor as x plus root 2. So this is how we calculate, right? So if minus 2 is a factor or minus 2 is a 0, or let's say plus 2 is a 0. In that case, x is minus 2 is a factor of that polynomial. Okay, so that's how I written these two things. Okay, so when I am saying this polynomial has these two roots or these two factors, so I am supposed to multiply something along with these factors so as to get this equation, right? So let's see what is x minus root 2 into x plus root 2 first. So that becomes x square minus root 2 square, which is 2. X square minus 2 into something is the polynomial here, right? So let's find out what is this polynomial and then we'll find the roots of it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to divide the whole polynomial x square minus 2. So 2x power 4 plus 7x cube minus 19x square minus 14x plus 30. So this is the polynomial that we have now and we want to divide it, right? So let's divide. So since we have x square and we want to reach 2x to the power 4, I multiply it with 2x square, right? So it becomes 2x to the power 4 minus 2 into 2x square is minus 4x square, which I'll write here. So when I subtract it, it becomes minus, it becomes plus. This gets cancelled. So the remaining thing is 7x cube minus 15x square minus 14x plus 30. Right? Now I have x square, but I have to reach 7x cube. So what I'll do, I'll multiply with 7 to power or 7 into x. So that becomes 7x cube minus 14x. 7x into minus 2 is becomes minus 14x. That's it. And I'll subtract it now. Minus plus becomes minus and minus becomes plus. During subtraction, right? This also gets cancelled and this also gets cancelled. So the rest part is minus 15x square plus 30. So in our scenario, it will be from x square, I have to reach minus 15x square. So I multiply with minus 15. So that becomes minus 15x square. Minus 15 into minus 2 is plus 30. And when I subtract it, it becomes plus and becomes minus. All of these gets cancelled. So we have found the rest of the equation. So it is 2x square plus 7x minus 15. So this is the rest part of the polynomial. Those based upon the question given, we had root 2 and minus root 2 as the zeros of the polynomial. So we had x minus root 2 and x plus root 2 as the factors. We found out x square minus 2, so which is a multiplication of x minus root 2 and x plus root 2. So if you see, this is nothing but a minus b and a plus b, right? X minus root 2 is a minus b, x plus root 2 is a plus b. A minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. So that's what we have done here. Now, the rest part of the equation we have found out, and it is a quadratic equation. So we are still going to get two zeros of this polynomial, which will be the remaining two polynomial or remaining two roots of this um, power 4 equation. Okay, so let's try to find out the roots of 2x square plus 7x minus 15. So if you see 15 to the 30, and we have to find out roots of it. So what I'll do is I'll multiply. So 15 to the 30, right? I have to divide 30 into two parts so that I get 7. What I can do is I can have 10 into 3, 30, right? 10x minus 3x minus 15. So that becomes, if I take 2x common from here, it becomes x plus 5. And the rest becomes 3 into x plus 5 again. So if I take x plus 5 is common, the remaining part is 2x minus 3. So the factors or the zeros of this, so these are the factors of the equation here. Now based upon this, if I equate them to 0, I will get the roots, all the zeros as minus 5 and 3 by 2. So these are the two remaining roots of, or two remaining zeros of the power 4 equation. So I hope this is also clear. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thank you.